Welcome back, everybody, to another F1 My Team career mode. Hope you're having a great day today. Let's go to the marketing department, go to the event. Choosing our next rival. Let me think here. Who are we around more? We're probably around Ocon more than we are Russell. So we're gonna go with Ocon for a rival. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and renew that sponsorship. Sponsors have been working out well for us lately. And we've got just a little bit of time here before the Dutch Grand Prix. Again, let's focus on developing Piastri a little bit as we move on here. And let's take a look at the R&D. I know we've got some big upgrades waiting to happen and some different departments. Nothing that we can do at the moment, but we should have a few that come through here that we can get started.
We've had the new parts come through the fabrication process.
We got
we'll have them with us for the next
an aero upgrade that came through, so let's go ahead, start another aero upgrade. Let's go drag reduction, or let's go with some front downforce here. Going to eat up quite a bit of our R&D points, but nothing that we can start here right now anyways. But we will have some chassis R&D to do, and the mid-season break is in the middle of here, so let's go ahead and advance there. Kind of odd placement, but let's go ahead. We can assign these extra events here, and let's see what else. Nothing we can do at the moment.
We had a major issue on the production line.
Oh boy.
So the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D.
Let's go ahead and get that restarted. And really going to be hurting for some points now. Nothing we can do with that much money there. And we get 2 upgrades in now. Let me take a look. As we have majorly jumped up here in the vehicle performance, overtaking looks like both Alpine and Haas. And let's take a look. I can't really do anything at the moment, I don't think, as I need 1,000 there, I need 900 there, and 1,500 there. So let's go ahead. We have one. Let's go ahead. We'll get this development started, since we don't have the points for anything else. We've got another major upgrade to do within the powertrain. We've got some more. We've got what, 2 minor upgrades and a major upgrade within the chassis, and another minor upgrade within the aero. So still plenty to do. Let's look at the facilities. Chassis is now up to spec 2, and let's see if we can purchase anything within any of the departments. We cannot at the moment. It's perfectly alright. let's go to the messages. Nothing going on there. Advance time, and let's do the checkpoint challenge here at maybe no, I showed them the rival duel. We do better with those than we do here, but I'm going to try it out here, see where we end up. Also had to make sure that my mic was on when I started recording, as not to make that same mistake as I did last time recording F1. Takes forever to be able to get back to the throttle with these hot lap cars. Oh boy. We're spinning the tires quite a lot here. And I'm not able to run the corners quite how I'd like to, with this being the car that it is. These would be so much better if we could do them in the actual F1 cars, but unfortunately they're not built like that. Here, about a third of the way through what we need for the gold rating for this event. Got about 30 seconds left on the clock here still. Another 15 seconds added on there. We're about halfway through what we need to be at the moment. Let's keep moving on. Doing better this lap at getting off the corners. However, we are still struggling some. I'm not as bad as I was. I'm at 6,000 meters so far. 16 seconds left on the clock. Make it through that checkpoint. Oh, I don't think we're going to get through this challenge by any means. I still need it's going to be close. Gas it up. Oh, I barely made it. I don't think it's really going to help us down the long run though. 'Cause I don't think I can get through another checkpoint in time. Nope. And I wasn't able to make it to the bronze rating. I should have just kept it with the rival duel, but I did not. Still 325 meters off of where we need to be for bronze. So we'll just head on to Zandvoort for the race. I think I mentioned I do quite enjoy this track, but we'll see what we can do here. possible rain for the race, it looks like. Overall, should be pretty good here. We put all new parts on the car. What was that, last race? And yeah, we'll head to the track now. The past two races are blending them together on what we actually did to the car and whatnot because of the double upload. But we got a good set of practice programs here for the race weekend. We'll see what we can get done here. Shift the seat back just a little bit. And
okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
that release there is going to be super important, along with getting through that corner right there. Brings us into our longest straightaway of the track. And gotta wait for the car to rotate through. Oh, and I hit the
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
curbs. Let's restart the session. Can't do that, but somehow I get the feeling that that's going to be a problem over the course of the weekend. Is running that corner wide and getting into the sand trap. We'll have to see here.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
We'll sure try. Let's try this once again. We come down the front straightaway once again. See if we can get a much better run into these corners. Much better there. Good release off the corner as well. We'll have to see how we do. Oh, that corner's going to be really bad. The braking markers are the braking marks on the 3D line are so off. Let's see, we've got some more laps to try. So we'll see how this turns out here. It looks like after that point we're fairly decent in terms of time. We made up some time compared to what the Delta was after that little incident. Oh, I'm gonna have to be really careful not to cut that in too far. Gonna have to really loop that out. We're on the outside a lot more. See what we can do from here. We're down 6/10 already on the lap time Delta. And not great through that time. I overdrove that corner. Oh, this will be just bundles of fun then. When I said I felt like that was a really good corner, yeah, I'm still negative. Let's try this again. Need to run wide. Go. Apparently I don't need to slow down that much for all that. Oh boy, this is going to be close. Oh, we got too wide. Gosh dang it. Now we've just gotta go for the green on the prize program. Ricardo, don't get in my way. Gosh dang it. And we're already way behind because Ricardo decides to park it right in the middle of the racing line. So we'll have to see what we can do with the rest of the lap. Need a good run in through here. Not looking great at the moment. Still 6/10 off. It's not going to be happening. Gotta wait for that car to rotate for so long to do that last corner. It's not helping us. Let's go ahead. Return to the garage. I don't think we really did anything during that time. We also had front wing damage. Okay. That's new. Not sure where I even got that.
Time repairing the damage to the car.
We'll go track acclimatization next. We went ahead and fast forwarded through that time. Love to see. Hopefully this price program treats us a lot better than
okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best
other
luck out
one.
there.
It looks like so far we have set the worst lap of everyone who has gone out. Foul nail by Bottas. Somehow still got a good run out of that corner, even with shifting down to first. Only going green through there. It's alright.
We're approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point.
4 green corners so far. We'll have to see how this ends up going. And I missed turn 13, 14. We were able to hit. Need a 415 to go purple. Having to feather the throttle there some to make it through that corner. Trying to go as fast as I can through these corners, trying to make it realistic. This has probably easily been my best lap around here so far this weekend. Make sure we make it through turn. Those last two corners, and we get 440. Go ahead, run one more lap just for some good measure here. Really good lap there, I feel like. Or at least first couple of corners. This has been a really good lap, actually. I feel like probably shouldn't have shifted down to first there, but it's alright. That's about as seamless as I can be, honestly. That gets me a perfect lap around that track.
We got some excellent data with that.
Though I don't know if we got the
garage and I can take you through the numbers.
last development boost. We did not. It's alright though. Let's go ahead, run qualifying pace. See where we end up there. Our other lap times we're not really comparing with those of the AI, but we'll have to see here what we can do in the practice program.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Make sure to get a good run here out of this last set of corners. Going allow us to carry the most speed down this front straight. I had to wait forever to get to the throttle there. Not ideal. I don't know why I shifted down into first there. Not ideal for our overall lap time. Still cut it in quite narrow there. Better through there. I am a second off the goal time. I don't know how that's even possible, but again, I haven't had the cleanest lap, but I don't even get how that's possible that I'm that far off. The goal
really
time.
Get the data we needed on that run. You might want to give it another go.
How? I don't get how I'm supposed to run any quicker than that, realistically, but
They told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all
Let's
fitted
run
and good
this.
to
We'll
go. I hope they
do
do the
a slow lap for tire wear and for the racing line. I should be able to jump over and do the same for the qualifying pace. Just stay on the line, essentially, is what it is. As long as we have enough time here in this session, that's going to be hopefully just a one lap thing per practice program, but we'll have to see here. Again, this is going to be an absurdly slow lap, just to try to stay on the line, don't burn the tires up. Oh, we're not going to have enough time to jump into the second practice program. There's only 5 laps left in the session, so again, going super slow and making sure to stay right on that line all the way around the track. In order to have the below average tire wear, as well as the racing line development boost, we'll have to run both the race strategy and the qualifying pace. Practice programs in quick practice. I'm going to try to get out for a lap here, but means I'm going to have to be really fast getting to the line if it's going to happen, and it still may not happen. It's going to be really, really close. Got 20 seconds. I don't think I can get back to the line in that amount of time. And not run it wide. No, I can't get back to it. Shucks. So let's advance to
with the cars now over the
the second practice session, and we'll just do quick practice. There's not much more I can do for this track, so let's go ahead, go to the quick practice. Let's get that one taken care of. Big chunk of time taken away. Let's back up, go over to here. Get that one done. Advance. We can try to get the 75% done here, and it's successful, which is really good. And can I do anything else in this amount of time? No, but we've got purple on all except one, which we can hit real quick, and the other two shouldn't take too long to do in the next practice session, so looking really good there. Let's go on to practice 3. See what we can do here. Again, some quick practice. It's going to take up a lot of our time trying to get the 100% on that, but it's well worth it. We get some extra R&D points from it. We're going to quickly do the 70% here. Jump over to this one, and we don't have quite enough time there. We're going to hope that the 50% goes through, and it does. So we've completed everything for the race weekend. Go ahead and end the session. and we max out on development points and development boost within the race weekend, we'll go ahead and try to get some parts started. We can get some, no, I forget if we can get some parts started or not. If we can, we'll go ahead and do that before the race weekend. Let's jump over there now. We've got something going in the Aero. We've only got one thing going in the chassis department though. And let's take a look. Let's get a major development going here in the chassis, and then we can hit the engine cover at a later time. Tire wear we're looking pretty alright on at the moment, and then we'll go from there. So still in development on that, and close again through that. That's down 400, which is good. We've got another major upgrade waiting in the powertrain section. Let's go qualifying and see what we can do in terms of our starting spot. So I'm going to go ahead, head out to the track, try to be that first one out, so we don't get caught up behind anybody, but we'll have to see here. At least doesn't look like there is some cars out in front of us. Just going to coast it a little bit here. Give them plenty of space there before we make a really good run onto the straightaway here. Again, not expecting much, just because I felt like we ran good earlier and we weren't able to really do much. So good. Trying to figure out where the first sector ends, right there. I feel like that was a pretty good first sector. Felt like a good sector 2 as well. Not our best corner there, but not terrible either. Took us forever to get back to power there. Just going to compromise the lap time for sure. So we rack it towards the line here. Puts us near the top on the first lap, but again, not a lot of people going through. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Advance the time. Definitely looking better than Piastri at the moment, as he is quite far back, and we are nowhere near the worst car at the moment, so it's kind of disappointing from him. He does set another lap that may be able to push him into Q2. We'll see how everyone shakes out here at the end. And it looks like he was pushed out of Q2, but I think it is probably the best. No, probably not quite the best result in Q1 that we've gotten from our second driver. We do make it to Q2 though, and I don't really expect to make it out of Q2 at all. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting to make it out of Q1, but we were somehow able to pull it off there. So, take a look here as we come flying in for this lap. How did someone beat us out onto the track? I jumped into the session as quick as I could. I'm not sure how we got beat out on track, but there was another car that was ahead of us, I thought. There I'm going crazy. Looks like an Aston Martin that made it out in front of us somehow, so. Good release there. Nope, Alonso made it out before us, so, and quite a bit, so I'm not sure how that happened, but, Hamilton also made it out in front of us. I'm not sure how many cars made it out in front of us, but we'll have to see here. Definitely was not my best sector 2 there. Made a few little mistakes, but we'll have to see here how everything shakes out. Wasn't quick enough to the brakes there. Gave up some time for sure in that last corner. And it's going to be worse than my Q1 lap for sure. We'll see where we end up here. We have a best sector 1. Not that that really means anything, considering we were sitting in last place. I'm going to go try to do another lap, but I don't expect to do much here. Why did they keep starting us so far back as well? I don't think it was starting us this far back for the practice sessions. Maybe it was. I don't know. Let's go for a better run here. See what we can do.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Perfectly fine. I only plan on running 1 here at the end of the qualifying. But we'll see how we do. Definitely a better first corner from us there. I did not mean to shift down into first there. That really compromised that corner. Decent set corners there. However, we're just continually dropping time here, and it's not looking good at all. Apparently I just made up a ton of time compared to my last lap there, so I don't remember having a mistake there, but apparently maybe we did. I got up into the outside. That's going to compromise the next lap if we're going to try one. There's Will. Man. So hard to nail that last corner, so we're just going to advance the time. I don't think I can set a better lap time than that. I mean, maybe I could, but not. We can't string anything together, so we'll just move on and see where we end up for the race. Ocon out-qualifies us, and now we will move on to the race and see what we can do.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and to the Zandvoort circuit. We're 25 miles away from Amsterdam for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. 4 lefts and 10 rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zandvoort circuit, with plenty of peaks and valleys over the course of the 2.6-mile lap, which will demand absolute concentration from our drivers here today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Norris, Perez, Gasly, Zhou, Magnussen, Albon, Hülkenberg, Ocon, Tsunoda, Liam Lawson, Bottas, Stroll, Ricciardo, Sargent, and Oscar Piastri. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And a warm welcome to Natalie Pinkham, who's beside me in the commentary box today. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen? That was a great win in the last race, but can they keep that momentum going into this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Alrighty, so Piastri has taken a grid penalty here at Zandvoort. I'm glad we did not pick Russell as a rival, as I just realized he quite often qualifies on a pole, so going to go with the personalized default strategy, see what we can do here. Very slim possibility for rain here, but we'll see how that plays out. There's only a very slim chance of rain, and see how we get away here from the start. And it's a very well executed start from us. Bit of contact with Zhou that we do get a warning on, and we are up in the 8th position, starting out on the softs, heading to the mediums late in the race, as most of the leaders are on the mediums, so we may be able to make up some extra spots here early, but we'll see here. Oh, and we got into Perez here early, not ideal. And I should have known better not to make a move into that corner. Was a little bit late to begin with, and then I definitely forced the issue. So we're going to have that to contend with for the rest of the race as well. But we'll see here. We're sticking with Perez okay for now. Have to see how the rest of the race kind of turns out with the wing damage. That may be something I look at repairing on the pit stop, just to be able to better run with these guys. But I'm not noticing a whole lot of a difference so far. See the left side of the wing. I'm trying to think of what corners that's going to affect me more in. I think it's going to affect me more in the left-handers, which are more of the low speed corners anyways, so maybe the wing will not affect me as much as I thought it would. But we have DRS that should now be enabled. There we go.
Enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
We battle with Norris here in the early going. Yeah, the acceleration off that corner is a bit sketchy, but not too bad here. And let's see here. Yeah, honestly not looking too bad here with the wing damage so far. So, not all that worried about it and trying to repair it at the moment. I'm sure we'd run a little bit better if we did have it repaired, but I'm not really struggling all that much to turn decent laps at the moment.
10 now. Keep it up.
We are kind of in the heat of the battle of the midfield, battling for those points paying positions, and that's kind of where the team is at in the fight for the midfield points, and just have to hope that Piastri can maybe eventually work his way up into the top 10. Maybe not
Car in front is 5.1
this
seconds.
season exactly, but maybe towards the beginning of next season he can maybe start to make those improvements as we get a little bit wide into those last two corners. We've got some drivers making some moves here. So we dive it down into turn one and come out in ninth still. Down into first, try and make it rotate. Not quite able to keep up with Magnussen. I thought maybe we would be able to, as we technically do have just a little bit better car than the Haas. However, with the wing damage, it doesn't look like we can do anything, and we're up into the sand trap. And there goes Piastri. So maybe need to look at replacing the wing, as a major mistake there. However, we'll have to see how we contend against the back of the pack here. Let's try to get up to him first, as we do not get DRS down that straightaway. That's going to hurt us some. Let's see how we fare in this first sector. Yeah, I need that wing repaired badly, because Piastri is outperforming us.
Okay, we're only 2 seconds behind the car ahead. Keep pushing.
Man, I just did the same exact thing as not wanting to turn anymore. I don't know if that's the tires starting to fall off, but I can't turn quite enough into that high-speed corner, and then I'm getting on that curb and it goes straight. So, and then I'm in the grass and then I can't brake anymore to help get turned. I just did the same exact thing in that corner. I maybe should have pitted that lap.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Nope, you know what? Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Try to figure something out here. I know it's going to be a long time on the medium tires. However, it's something I'm willing to do to try to be able to make up some of these spots. Being careful, getting through that corner that time. They make sure they fix the wing damage, which is going to cost us some time. But hopefully it's something that I can make up with the pit stop. Or after the pit stop, once we have that wing repaired rather. Yeah, we're even struggling on some of those right-handers now, so we're going to go ahead and box. And see here. Just need to kind of wait. We'll see if this eventually ends up paying off. I kind of doubt it does. However,
Right, let's go. Come on. That was a
it's a
fantastic
good
stop.
stop.
Faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the
But
end
we
now.
are, see where we end up here. We're going to be over, I think, 30 seconds behind the nearest car from the looks of it. The car does feel much more stable now, and I can really send it down into the corners. So Piastri is in the pits this time, and really we just pitted a lap earlier than some of those guys up in front of us, so we'll see if we have a bit of an undercut on those guys. I know we're definitely running faster than we were. However, it looks like everyone is out on the soft tires, so it may be a bit difficult to run them down, but we'll see here. Everyone is out of the pits.
31.2 seconds.
They shouldn't be that far ahead, should they? No, there's some more accurate representation there. We're 10.5 back from Piastri, and it could be another 21st and 22nd here. Hopefully not, as I think other drivers still have to make their stops, but we'll have to see. And I'm just glad I can have good cornering speed again finally. That was really holding us back. And hopefully we have some speed towards the end of this run to run down some of these guys in front of us. We'll have to see here. We do have some others up in front of us who are in the pit still. We'll have to see when they come out. We're definitely close to Sargent. I'm not sure how close. It's saying...
Okay, so the car ahead's come in and fitted the soft tyre.
Saying 7.5 seconds to Sargent. So let's see if I can run them down. Bottas is another car on the medium tire. So we'll see if we can start making up any time to those cars up in front of us. .7 to Bottas.
Our gap to the car in front is 7.8 seconds.
And not looking too promising here so far, but we'll have to see. Again, we are on some older tires compared to those we're trying to catch up with, which is never ideal. However, we'll have to see how that ends up. We're not really losing any time per se to some of these drivers, but we're not exactly making up any time either. That may come later in the race, but by that time my tires could be completely gone as well. So we'll have to see how that plays out. They did make up some time on me through Sector 2, and that was a best Sector 2 for me so far, so we could be in for some trouble now that they've got some heat in their tires. Looks like we've got some cars battling up ahead of Piastri there a little bit. Cars shuffle around, and a best lap for me there so far. A little bit hot through turn 1 there. Didn't mean to go down to first there, but it's all good. Let's see here. So I do expect these mediums to start falling off some, as we've been out on them for a decent amount of time here already. Or we'll have to see. 8.1 seconds to Sargent.
The car ahead is 8.1 seconds.
Yes, I just told them that, engineer. See here. Looks like Bottas is pulling away a bit, as is Sargent slowly. Isn't ideal. We may start to catch Sargent towards the end of the run, but that's going. I think it's going to be too little, too late. Again, my only hope really is to catch a safety car. As has kind of been mentioned before when I've been back in this position. And even if I don't replace the wing on that stop, we're still at this point down by about 4 seconds. So they came out about 7.5 seconds in front of me, but which is about the time it took to make the pit stop and replace the wing. However, a normal pit stop takes 2 seconds still. So that puts us about that 2.5 seconds ahead, and now make that, they'd now be 5 seconds ahead of me. So it's just some of the troubles of running on older tires than they are now. Could probably use some more tire wear upgrades, as I'm sure those teams probably have better than I do in that regard. So we've got coming up on 4 laps to go here. We'll have to see if there's anything we can do. Piastri is working on running down the Haas that's up in front of him by about 2 seconds. And then 3 seconds back to Bottas. We've got 4 laps to go. Here we've got 5 laps of fuel remaining. You can kind of catch glimpses of everyone else on the mini-map. I also feel like our 8th gear is really slow for whatever reason. And it's always through the back end of Sector 1 that I feel it. I'll try to remember to kind of explain what I'm feeling and hearing there when we go back through there in a short little while. Getting through those corners. Alright. Be careful on that curb. See here. Car took forever to rotate. It's going to be right up here that I struggle in 8th gear. Just not going to go. Didn't even make it up to 8th gear that time. So maybe I'm actually shifting a bit early there. That's why it feels so dead, but even 7th gear didn't feel quite right. So we weren't really gaining any RPMs when we shift up into 7th, so not sure what's going on there. 10.6 to Logan Sargent at the moment. And not really gaining any time on him, even with those worn out softs that he has on. Are what, 2 or 3 laps older mediums are unable to really touch him. Continue to pull away. And it's up to 11 seconds now. Right around 11 seconds. We're not going to be able to touch him by any means. Let's see here.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Got 2 laps of fuel left. Let's see here. So we're just kind of logging laps here. No DNFs, which is quite uncommon. And yeah, no safety car, no rain.
Okay,
Really, besides us having a couple spins, contact with Perez, it was, well, as far as I can tell, a very clean race. So, yes, we can look at the race incidents after the race as Charles Leclerc wins here in Zandvoort, and Ocon is going to have beat us for the rivalry. And in the final, lap and a half, I have made up a little bit of time to Sargent, but not nearly enough to have even made up all that ground to him in a full Grand Prix. So, yeah, 22nd here for us, and we will bring on home.
Race over.
We'll
Take
check
care of the car on
the
way in.
race director. I really think that was a fairly incident-free race for the most part, which is either
A difficult race then on a circuit.
boring or exciting, depending on how you like your races. So
Well, that lead at the top has
let's
somewhat shrunk
move
today.
on
Let's
here.
Have a look then at the driver's standings. Let's
Leclerc,
focus
Hamilton,
on the driver of
Sainz,
the day.
Russell,
That's what we
Alonso,
think of. Come on,
Verstappen,
who do you
Perez,
Well,
Norris,
my driver of the
Magnussen,
day has to
Albon,
be Charles
Gasly,
Leclerc. He
Joe,
was
Lawson,
unstoppable out on track
Stroll,
today,
Ocon in
breezing through the
15th.
competition with ease.
It's time to see how things are
Sonoda,
shaping up in the
Ricardo,
Constructors'
Hulkenberg,
Championship.
Piastri,
The lead at the
Bottas,
top comes down
Sargent,
after a
and
strong weekend
us.
from the challenging pack. Well,
Um,
that was certainly an exciting weekend. of
and
Formula One.
Ocon has a
Be sure
faster
to
lap
join
than we
us
do
for
as
more
well.
exciting
Let's
Formula
take a
One
look
action very
at
soon.
the race director for any incidents. Just our collision with Joe. Piastri had an abysmal pit stop, almost 6 seconds, only 2 seconds off our pit with a front wing change. So not sure what happened there, but we'll bring it back to the main menu and wrap things up. Ocon gets another 2 points ahead in the rivalry. We kind of saw the same thing with, who was it? Who was our past rival? Bottas? And we eventually came back. So, both of us had some damages in that last race. We get a development in there. Quick turnaround, and we were heading to Monza next. So, that's going to wrap things up for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. May have some money set aside for some facility upgrades next episode, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the race, if there's anything I should do differently with episodes, and yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.